Hello, my name is John Lalanne of Lalanne Surfboards, and I'm a surfboard shaper. We have a couple boards here that are very interesting. One is called the Gemini, and this is actually designed by Jeff Alexander. And I got the rights to make it because I was very intrigued by the board and I had to have one. I didn't want to copy him. So basically what this thing does was modeled after the pickle fork race boat. And you have a double planing surface, which is extremely fast. They're actually meant for big waves, and they've cut the nose off. Imagine a fish with the nose gone. Then you've got the double planing surface here, which water funnels into a secret bottom that produces speed beyond your wildest imagination. Jeff was one of the first people to make a quad that performed in big surf, that was actually went backside and actually went in small waves and big waves. And this thing has ridden pipeline a lot. All through the 90s, you saw these in the magazines. And I'm actually trying to bring them back. Unfortunately, they look so bizarre that people don't want to try. They want to try them, but they don't want to buy them. But let's move on to the Sting shot over here. This is a board I kind of developed. This is off, I think it's Tim Peterson from Australia. And he introduced the step bottom in the 90s, I think. And actually Tom Curran rode this particular board in Searching for Tom Curran. When I was working down at Spider, Dennis Jarvis taught me how to make this bottom. What the bottom does is when the water passes over to here, you get a huge air pocket under your center of gravity, which is in between your legs, and it produces a skateboard effect. The channels are put back in here. As you notice, the channel is a little bit higher, so it can compress water and shoot it out the back, creating almost a direct cushion of air underneath your feet. Great in small surf, but it actually performs in overhead as well. And these are very popular. A lot of guys in Costa Rica ride these. They can't get enough of them. And since the waves in Costa Rica are very playful and fun, if you're in a playful, fun environment, these are the boards for it. It's called the Sting Shot. The rail channel, actually, where I come from now in Hawaii, there's a breach break called Kawa that pretty much pounds beyond your wildest imagination, and boards get broken all the time. These actually add strength if you're doing aerials or if you have a board breaking problem. This really helps to strengthen the board from snapping. This is a fun board I shaped for a customer of mine in a 7.6, and he loved it so much I scanned it. And after I scanned the hand shape, I shrunk it down into a 5.4, and I'm going to be testing this thing out tomorrow. And once again, I put the rail channels in because in Hawaii, where I live, we have a board breaking problem. John Lalanne, once again here with the fastest board on the planet I call the Screamer. This was designed for micro surf. I probably designed this thing about 4 years ago. I was looking for the ultimate small wave surfboard, and I had an extremely wide tail block when I was shaping it. I inherently drew a moon tail, and it's just been the best thing I've ever ridden. Fortunately, this thing performs in big surf because the wide tail block provides speed, and maneuverability comes back in with the moon tail. If I were to leave the block here, you couldn't go rail to rail because it'd be like a lever. Yeah. So removing the tail block with the moon actually allows the board to go through flat spots and pivot very, very fast. And also, when you get it on its rail, these little tips actually hold you and delay your release time. So I pushed this 5.6 and actually 11-foot Poa Hale on Kauai. And all the locals were blown away, and the thing did not spin out. And once you hit a flat, they just go like a skateboard. And I claim, and I have no qualms saying this is the fastest board on the planet. Seriously. The Screamer.
Oh, the board was unbelievable. Yeah. Just held in there. You know, the board's just under 19 inches wide for me. It's a 6.0, and the Screamer's been great. Just really responsive, very fast, which is the biggest thing. It was a lot of speed, held off the bottom. I got a lot of still shots, nice driving off the bottom. Very good, great board. It worked excellent for me. Hung in the pocket, was able to stall in the tube sections, and it came screaming out of these things, flying, just chattering out of them, and it hung very well. Big, very good turns. I was able to draw some real long turns, right in very serious sections, and it worked, and it got me through. It was a great board, great board. Very stoked. Lalanne.
This is it. This is a smaller version of Ruben's Screamer, and I usually ride a 6.0, and I shrunk this down to 5.6, and this thing out paddles my 6.0 by 18.25. I got it just over 19, and I out paddle everybody on this thing. My website is Lalanne Surfboards, so if you go to www.lalaboards.com, that's where you'll find me. And I actually ship boards to the mainland, and I'm in Hawaii based in California.